Welcome back, everyone, and thank you so much for stopping by. My people, we are still talking about the menace of Fulani herdsmen in Nigeria, like the level of havoc Fulani herdsmen are causing in Nigeria. The worst thing that can happen to any state in the south is to sell land to Fulani herdsmen, because I want you guys to listen to this lady. She is from Jos, Plateau State. She narrated like what Fulani herdsmen are doing in Plateau State. Like she experienced it. She saw it happen. How Fulani herdsmen came in, conquer them, and take over their lands. This is really heartbreaking. And we heard that the governor of Enugu State want to sell land to Fulani herdsmen. People of Enugu State need to do everything possible in order to stop that. If not, what is happening in Plateau State today is going to repeat itself in Enugu State. This is not about hurting a particular tribe. We are talking about Fulani herdsmen that are causing havoc in Nigeria, buying people, raping women, grabbing lands, and also destroying people's farm. People can no longer go to their farms again because of Fulani herdsmen. Even when they go to their farms, at the end of the day, Fulani herdsmen's cows are going to destroy those farms. Like, I don't even get it, what is happening in Nigeria. Just as someone said in this video that I want you guys to listen, that it is high time for Nigerians to defend themselves. Just as a DSS director said, they cannot be able to protect everyone in Nigeria, that people need to defend themselves. So someone said it here that it's high time that people start defending themselves instead of waiting for Nigeria government. Just take a listen and hear everything they discussed in this particular video. This is a space where they discussed about what Fulani herdsmen are doing in Nigeria.
Let's not deviate from the topic of discussion. Here we have killers with cows. Why are herdsmen above the law in Nigeria? I'm in Jos, Bokos to be precise, where this attack is going on, like it's ongoing. I stand to tell you that these Fulani herdsmen is not as if they're above the law, but they have highly placed security personnel that are always in their favor. They have, it will interest you to know that in the 19 northern states that we have, out of the 19 northern states, 10 are being governed by the Fulanis. So tell me, even for example, now in Plateau, we have these issues, and then we call on neighboring states to come and help us. Who are they? When already 10 out of them are being governed by the Fulanis. You see a Fulani man, he will release his cows into your farmlands. By the time arrest is made, they take him to state CID. The next thing, he's back to the village. And before you know it, he will come for you. These people, they already have their machineries in place. They have security personnel that are working in their favor. Now the question is, how do we tackle these things? Since we know that they have backbones, they have people that stand for them. You need to be on ground to see what is happening. I give it to our men. Honestly speaking, if not for the courage and the strength of our people here, I don't think I'll even be on this space this morning. We would have all been wiped away. We're doing our best, but the security are against us. The government is against us. If finally they are able to arrest some of them, the next thing you hear is a jailbreak. And then they will run away. They come back to the village. The first place they go to is who made the arrest, who pushed their names for arrest. They come for you. But then, do we remain silent? What is the next thing to do? I feel that what we can do is that before it gets out of hand like it is in Jos, for some of you in the East, don't accommodate Fulani people. Don't accommodate them. Don't give them place to stay. That is the mistake we made. We thought we were all one Nigeria. We are all together. You can stay where you want to stay. But we were all wrong. Don't allow your girls to marry them. I know why I'm saying this. Don't allow your girls to marry them. Do you know what it means to have an insider? If, for example, my daughter is married to them,
I don't want to stop you, but there are certain things here you are saying that not suit well with me as a host. But sorry, I don't want to stop you. When you say don't accommodate Fulani people, is it all the Fulanis? Because we have good number, like I said here on this space, Not every all of there is no tribe in this country that not have their own bandits.
Okay, when I mean Fulanis,
Yes.
I mean the herders, those that you see them with the cows. Don't give them land for sale. Don't sell your land. You can keep them or they can remain in your state, but let them not become landlords. Because before you know it, they will chase you out of your own land. As bitter as it sounds, that is the truth. There's no two ways to it. There's no better way of saying it. If I open my door to you, you come in, the next thing you want to eject me out of my home, then what should I do? When next you knock on my door, I don't open it for you. If only they would just eject me, it's even better, but they will kill me. So how else do you want us to say this thing? Honestly, the earlier we say it the way it is, the better. We made that mistakes. Our forefathers made that mistake. And it's not as if they even sold the land to them. They gave them for free. They dashed them. You can come and stay. Oh, you don't have this place to farm. Okay, take this small piece of land. You can cultivate it. The next thing, they start expanding. And now they don't only want us out. They want to kill us. Last year, they sent notices to everyone, to like almost every village head, that they are going to come. And first, they will start by kidnapping. And if they make a kidnap, they will not even release us. If they kidnap you, you pay ransom, they will kill you before they will finally come and kill everybody. They started this thing with one particular ethnic group here in Jos. And we felt okay with the narrative they were giving that those people were stealing their cows. To the extent that we even supported them and we're calling on our people, why would you steal their cows? Stop cow rustling. Little did we know that it was beyond that. The bogus people, which cow did they steal? Which cow did they rustle? This is not just a plateau thing. This is not just a middle belt thing. It is a Nigerian issue and we must face it squarely. If we tell you we made mistakes, learn from these mistakes. Whatever it is, whatever it will cost you. Otherwise, I'm telling you, we will become slaves. Even the Hausa people, they are not even governing any of their states. It is the Fulanis. So what are we talking about? This is a long-term plan, and they believe in taking over every territory they step their legs on. You have your farm, you want to harvest it, they will give you time to harvest, and you dare not set fire on that farmland. As you finish harvesting, they are entering. In those days, when I was growing up in the village, after the first harvest, we, the little children, will still go into that farmlands and pick whatever it is that is left. That was what our parents would now sell and buy shoe for you, Christmas shoe, whatever it is. But do you know what is being done now? As you're harvesting, they are following you. For every ridge you harvest, their cows are behind it. So whatever it is that even fell to the ground, you don't have the opportunity of picking it. What kind of a life is that? What kind of a life is that? And then they still come for your life. They come for your property. They come for your life. Now, let me tell you, Mazi, you people that are in the East, you cherish your Christmas festival so much that you travel to the East almost every December or New Year season. Let me tell you, for us in Jos here, we don't even look forward to going to our villages. We don't have villages anymore. Except for those that are already in the village that don't have an option of leaving the village. But for some of us that stay within Jos, we don't even want to take our children to the villages. Is that a good thing? Is that something we should condone? Is that something we should celebrate? Okay, if they take over the villages, what makes you feel they won't come and take over Jos? If they take over the 17 local government, the 16 local government, the next thing, the 17th local government that everybody is running to, they will come and take over because they will be surrounded by all of them. Me, I will say it, don't sell your lands to herders. Don't sell it to them. When you see them put their tents, go and tell them to leave. They are nomads, they should leave. Let them move. They are not meant to remain in one place. We're not stopping them from passing through our villages or whatever it is, but let them not remain there. There's no need. If you feel you cannot come and we'll cohabit together, then there's no need we stay together in the first place. Let everybody stay on his own. Let me just yield. I'll still be on the space.
So there is this news that there have been several communal clashes in that Plateau state. Is it Plateau now? So in that state that you're talking about, there have been several communal clashes in that area. So I didn't know whether
It's not communal clashes.
it's not. There's nothing like communal
It's not
clashes.
any communal clash. Which community and which community? Or which tribe against which tribe? Have you heard that on the plateau?
And
Have the
even if there
Biron
is
people
communal
fought the
clash,
wrong
what does it
people?
have to do with the farmers? What does it have to do with displacing the farmers?
Exactly. That is not a communal clash.
No. Where we have the reason why I'm saying this is because if you come to I will use the reason why I'm saying this is because so that government will come and help us as well. I will use my state, like I said on this space before. For example, we are having a communal clashes between Abumega and this Sinkwo for years now, right? You do know what they are doing, burning houses, chasing people away, doing the same thing. You cannot go to farm, you cannot do that. Both of us are doing it to ourselves.
But
Communal
Mazi,
clash.
how are you going to
In fact,
invite the government? Mazi, how are you going to invite the government to come and help you?
So hold on,
The people they are
hold
harming
on.
the
I don't want to make this thing as a debate. I just
The
want to know
government
because
is
this is
harming
what
the
I
people.
wait now. Wait, fake billionaire. This is what I have been reading. That some account is saying that there's communal clashes in Plateau. Some account is saying is farmer header clash. Some account is saying that is invasion. This and that, blah blah blah. This is what since she's living there, she's from there. She can tell us what is going on around that area and what happened in Mangu, for instance. That's what I
But
want
that
to
is
know.
what she just
Is there
said now,
anything like
Mazi.
that?
She just said it now.
Is there anything like that? Allow her to speak, fake billionaire. Is there anything like that? This is what I want to find out.
Okay, what is happening in Plateau State or Mangu Bokos? It's Fulani people's invasion, land grabbing. The villages they've been able to conquer, they have raised their structures there. They have their houses there. They make use of our farmlands. They are the people cultivating those farmlands. Even a church on your way to my town, there used to be a very big church, like it's the biggest church on that in that community. If you go there, if it is not that you know there was a church there before, you won't even know there's a church. There was a church there. Rather, they erected a mosque, new houses. That is what is there. So is that not land grabbing? How can you come and cleanse everybody from that community and then you take over? Is that a communal clash? What are they clashing over? And who are the people that are now staying on that villages? It's the Fulanis. For every village they take over, they attack. They make sure that they take over that place. The first thing they do is that, like that December attack, what they do is that they bring down, they came with vehicles, with motorcycles. Some of them were on motorcycles, some with vans. As they pack our food from the vans, they set the vans on fire, break the houses, pack our things, mattresses and everything. We have pictures, we have evidence. They left with all of these things. Even the recent attack of last week, the houses have been pulled down. If care is not taken, they will still go and start staying in those villages without a trace of those houses. See, my husband is even here. Him too is even talking.
I say, people, if you try to rebuild your house, they come in the night and demolish the house. The next morning you come, it has going back to ground zero. You try to erect, the next morning you come back to do. They don't want you to go back to that area by no any other means, because when they come to attack, they will burn the house. After removing all valuables in the house, they will bring down the building and set fire on it. Kind of, I don't know whether they come with hammers. They will start breaking the houses so that you don't come back and roof the house alone.
That is like, don't allow anybody to deceive you that is a communal clash or is just header farmers clash. It is not. What they want is to invade and to grab the land and chase away the indigenous people from their homelands. If you meet a Fulani man, a typical Fulani man or a header, they will tell you that the world belongs to them. They choose where they want to stay and do whatever they want to do. In the past, we know Fulani people to be herders. But if you go to my local government and they are beginning to drag farming with us, like the percentage is almost equal. It's almost 50-50. So is it the cows they want to do or the farm they want to do? And you dare not own a cow. If you own a cow, they will come for it. They will tell you that our people are not known for having cows. But we grew up knowing our grandparents with cows. So what do you say to that? It is nothing like communal clash. Nobody is clashing with any community. This is ethnic cleansing. The earlier we know it, the better for us. Thank you.
See everybody here. Madam Brother Sanda, please accept my sympathies. I know what you guys have been going through. It's not today that you started crying. It's not today that you guys have been weeping. It's not today. And unfortunately, we are also going through the same thing. The entirety of Nigeria is going through the same thing. It's so sad. But let me first of all start by saying that I love this topic because, these topics actually expose who Nigerians truly are. It's funny because when I hopped on this, speaker section, it was just only the three of us, myself, Captain, and then Nemeka. There was nobody else. The rest of the gang were all in a listener section, just listening. Why? They understand what this topic is all about, but I want to believe that cowardice will not let them come up to join in this discussion. The same thing I am saying here that Captain has said, that many people will say here, they harbor the same thoughts, that is their belief, but cowardice will not let them pick up the mic to come and speak. Why? Because of political expediency. Or they harbor the same belief that we harbor, but because they want to appear as the good guys, quote and unquote, they will allow only people who are not like them to go, so that they can now tell them IPOB. Look at them, they are pushing IPOB. See, today you will call me IPOB. You will call me IPOB because you see that thing that people are scared of saying. I will say it. That is the difference between you and I. I was raised to speak. I was told that if I'm hurting, I should speak. If I'm lost, I should seek refuge. And that is what I will do. I'm not like you. I will not play politics with security and lives and properties of people in this country. It won't happen. So I like how you guys are all there. You understand? Like cowards in the listening section, ducking, refusing to come up. If this topic were to be Igbo man shot EFCC member in Oka, this speaker section, we would have had like maybe 20 people requesting, with the speaker section chock full of people who want to give their unsolicited opinion on something they have no idea about. But this one single situation that affects every Nigerian, they will not come up and speak about it. You all know yourselves. I ain't gonna mention the name, so let's just leave it like that. So as I was saying, Mazi, this topic is very, very interesting. And I love that you're hearing from people like Brother Sanda, because these are people who have real life experience of this thing. Mazi, I want to believe that there's a very big conspiracy that is going on in this country. And let me first of all let you in on a secret, Mazi, before I go into this submission proper. You see that time that they kill people in Uromi. You saw that people like me, we are moving from spaces to spaces, condemning that killing. Let me let you in on a very little secret. The reason why I was doing that was only because the victims were Hausas. I swear to God, that was the only reason why I spoke up about that killing. Because I believe that the Hausas are equally as much a victim to this entire thing as the rest of Nigerians are. And I love that Relentless pointed out something. In fact, I saw that thread and the tweet that put out the ethnic group of the governors in the north. Out of 19, 10 were Fulanis. No Hausa in all of them. You would have thought, if you were an outsider, you walked into this country, you saw the composition of the governorship seats in this country, you would have thought that maybe the northern part of Nigeria belongs to the Fulanis. But the Fulanis are not indigenous to Nigeria. That is how tragic it is. They are not indigenous to Nigeria. The lands that they occupy today had been occupied by people prior, to their arrival in this country. The Hausas, which made up the bulk of the population of the corner back then today have been relegated to beggars and nothing. A lot of Hausas have lost their voices. You will never know that they are Hausas anymore. In fact, you may not know this. Communal clash is going on between the Hausas and the Fulanis across that part of the north. Most especially in places like Zamfara and Sokoto, they will not report it. They are being systematically and gradually being displaced, both in a form of a genocide and also politically being displaced. Tell me why in a country where there are indigenous people, the Fulanis who are not indigenous are fielding 10 governors, why the indigenous people can only muster a meager 26. These are the people that have some of the lowest population. But let me not even make it about the Fulanis alone, right? Let me just get back to the headers. Why am I saying this? I only cried out about Urumi because of these are Hausas that were involved. They were the victims. That was why whenever I go into a space, I say, please, the people that we are the victims of this killing, we are Hausa people. Remember that. These people are equally victims like you are. They did not deserve the killing. So let me just first of all say that I believe there's a very gigantic conspiracy that is going on in this country. And nobody has come to tell us the truth. A big conspiracy is going on in this country. Uromi happened. The entire social media space was set on fire. People were talking. It became the discussion all across social media, from Facebook to TikTok to Instagram to Twitter to X to everything. People were talking about it. And then, shortly after that, a massacre happened again in Plateau State. Killings happened again in Adai. And then killings happened in Hamufu again. And there was absolute silence. All of a sudden, the president who ran to make a statement, on this issue, the national security advisor who ran to make a statement on this issue, can no longer see what is happening in Nigeria. They all became blind. They became blind. We were seeing threats after threats being dished at the Southerners. Oh, what we are going to do, the people we are going to kill, the lives we are going to take, as if you be Superman, your own life, they bleed. Your own life cannot be taken. But the moment people were massacred in the Middle Belt and killed in Adan, all of a sudden, these people that were dishing threats, all of them were silent. I did not know there were this many Northerners on this app until Urumi happened. I was seeing condemnation from left, from the right, from the center. Sometimes I would just go and check, the profile of the person who's condemning, and I'll see the hypocrisy where they are celebrating the killing of Deborah. But away from that, there's a conspiracy. Why? Why do I say there's a conspiracy? As it stands today, it seems the governors in this country, all their hands are tied behind their backs. And the federal government has refused to speak on this issue. Somebody should come and tell me what is happening in this country, because it seems that there is a conspiracy to ensure that Nigerians are decimated by this menace. You see, what Brother Standard is telling you is even, it's not even, I don't think you guys can comprehend exactly what she's saying, because there was a documentary I saw that in some part of those middle belts, Mazi, there are communities that no longer exist. They have been taking flag after flag for the past 15, 20 years, onslaughts, relentless onslaughts on them, to the point that the entire community has been displaced. I'm talking about not just community, local governments displaced. The people that used to live there, that used to exist there 20, 30 years ago, are no longer existing there. They are either in IDP camps, or they have escaped to other communities where they can feel maybe relatively safer. That is what is happening. And there is a government in this country that is observing this thing. We have intelligence units, intelligence agencies. They know these things. It's not that they don't know these things, because from what we got to realize, the moment the killings happen, the next thing, it will not take 2-3 hours. These agencies, these security agencies will swoop in, seize every single weapon, ammunition that they will see there, and then tell the people that they should not retaliate, that if they retaliate, they will be arrested. That means they had been observing. They had been observing. We were here where a former soldier, Nigerian soldier, threatened somebody on this app that he will find the person and do the same thing they did to Deborah to that person. So you can imagine the quality and the caliber of individuals we have in the Nigerian army and the Nigerian security outfit in this country. So there's a conspiracy. I don't think you can convince the ordinary person there's no conspiracy. Because I don't understand how a single group of people will be causing this level of havoc and mayhem in this country. It's been years, blood, sweat, tears, years, and nobody is saying a damn thing. Nobody is saying a damn thing. Nobody is batting an eye. It's like as if all of us do not live in the same country. Ostriches everywhere. Everybody is playing ostrich everywhere. But to know that these people actually know what is going on in this country, the moment something touches them in a different way, they will speak. So the question is this: who is this benefiting? Who is this benefiting? Because you cannot tell me that this is not benefiting somebody. Gradually, they are eating closer to the southern part of Nigeria. Gradually, our people in Hamufu and Adani, these communities border Benue. They have played with them. In fact, let me even tell you something. What happened there recently, Mazi? We got to realize that they attacked a community in one of the communities in Hamufu, destroyed their crops. The community approached them and asked them why they did what they did. They said that this one, that one. The community said that they will stop destroying their crops and they must reach an agreement. Then they reached an agreement. They signed an agreement. And after that, the agreement was that you will not come into our community again and destroy our crops. And that if your cows come into our farmlands again, into our farm settlements, they will be arrested. It did not take 2 weeks after the agreement was signed. They came back again and destroyed crops again in Hamufu. The police was called. The police went and arrested 2 of them that were involved in the destruction of that farmland and took them to the police station. Do you know that these people started sending death threats to the people of Ihamufu? People of Ihamufu told them, 1, you signed an agreement that you are not going to come into our farm settlements again and destroy the farms. Number 2, we are not the people that are holding your people. It is the police. Look at the divisional police officers, what do you call it? The police station and divisional police officers' number. Call him and discuss that with him. They kept threatening. The retaliation was what led to the killing of Ndubisi, the final year student that was killed in a Hamufu about, I think, in February. The only son of the mother. The father is dead. The mom in her 60s has no child anymore. When she dies, nobody will bury her. That was what led to the killings that happened in Hamufu. So what you're telling me is that even when the Nigerian police force acts, these people still have to go ahead and then act in their own discretion to massacre people, even though it was Nigerian police that was on their own people. And in all of this, nothing happens. Look at the silence of my governor. Look at the silence of Mba that I used to praise. Look at what Wifri is saying. Wifri is putting the blame of killings in Nkalaha on the people of the community. Across the entirety of this country, the same thing. And to even find it funny, because people will come up here and tell me, oh, it is not all of them. It is not the headers. Mas, we are having similar issues as it stands today in Ghana. I was in a Ghana shop here about 3 weeks ago to get my hair cut. And they were discussing the exact same thing. What is happening in another part of Ghana. That the Ghanaian government has actually decided that it's going to be a scorched earth policy now going forward. Anywhere you see them and their cow, go after them. The same thing is happening in Mali. It is happening in Liberia. The same thing is happening in Sierra Leone, in Central African Republic, all across West Africa. The same group of people. So the question is this: what is the way forward? For me personally, I will say it and I will say it here. It is not very obvious that Nigeria will not defend its own people. It will not defend its citizens. From the north to the south, to the west, to the east, everywhere people are vulnerable. And they're not going to defend anybody. I don't think people should now sit back and say, let us just simply wait back and be decimated. Just like they have decimated the middle belts. I think people should fight back. I think people should start fighting back. Because as it stands today, the odds are against you. The odds are completely against you. Whether you stay there, you will die. if you don't stay there, you will die. If you plead, you will die. If you don't plead, you will die. That is the point where we are getting at. Today, Ehamufu and Adani have started seeing the onslaughts, continuous attack, relentless attack, one after the other, one after the other, one after the other. What will happen to Ehamufu and Adani in the coming years? And to even imagine that Adani and Ehamufu are in the remotest part of Enugu State. Some of those areas are not even accessible by road. They're not even accessible by road. Meaning that if something happens there, it might even take those people more than 3 hours to get to civilization before people can hear of what is going on in their communities. Mazi, as it stands today, I used to be those that used to say, let me wait for the government to come and do what is necessary. But as it stands today, the government will not do anything. So maybe the people have to actually heed the advice of the DSS, DG, or whatever he is, that Nigerians should start defending themselves. That apparently that the security outfit in this country is not big and strong and powerful enough to defend every single community in this country. Maybe we should start thinking of arming ourselves. Maybe, and equally arming ourselves like they are arming themselves, because the excuses are no longer going to work for anybody. The idea that people should just simply fold their arms, and allow themselves to be decimated is something I can never even fathom, and it will never happen. And let me end with this. The entire farmer headers clash, I think Captain touched on it, is some of the most ridiculous oxymoron I've ever heard. Farmers are sedentary, they don't move. Headers are nomadic and pastoral. So there is never a time that people who are stationary will meet up with people who are walking around. It's not possible. So there is nothing like farmer headers clash. What we have is relentless attack on farmers in this country. And we are seeing the effect of those attacks in the food supply in this country. And finally, I really feel sad for the Hausa people. I feel sad for them. Because for years, they used the tag Hausa Fulani. When we try to remind them that there's nothing like Hausa Fulani, Hausa is a different ethnic group altogether. Fulani is a different ethnic group. They latched onto that, symbiotic, relationship that not only benefits only one part of the organism. And then today, they have completely assimilated into the culture of the Hausas, into their political positions, into their traditional institutions. And Hausas are nowhere to be found today. Gradually, before our very eyes, the Hausas are being decimated. I feel sad for them, because I think we actually enabled this. Because if the rest of the country was actually screaming out there and saying, there is nothing like Hausa Fulani, these people are literally just latching themselves on the Hausas for their own political gain. Maybe today Hausa people would have had a voice in this country. But unfortunately for them, they are simply as tragic. They are equally as tragic as the rest of Nigerians in this story. And I really feel for them. And I hope that if there are Hausas that are still existing in that north, that they should start doing what is necessary to ensure that they detach themselves completely from these people. Because, just like Rudastanda said, the biggest mistake they made was to allow them to come in the first place. Maybe that is a mistake we should not allow to happen where we are today. Thank you very much, I yield.
Okay, that's your opinion. Grant, arming people to defend themselves is never going to save you. Arming people, I will say it again, arming people to defend themselves is never going to save you.
Oh, you got me wrong. I know where you're heading. Let me tell you. That's not where I'm heading. I'm talking about the indigenous people, like the people, the communities where these things are happening. The DSS has come to tell you that they said it themselves. They cannot protect this country. That is the DSS literally throwing his hands up and telling you that, CEO, as it stands today, we are overwhelmed. We cannot police the entirety of this country. Do what you need to do to survive. They have given you, you understand, that go ahead. As indigenous people, and I'm talking about sorry, let me finish. Let me finish. Let me get my point across, please.
No, I was the one speaking before you interjected me. Why are you struggling now to finish?
Yeah, so that's what I said. Let me just finish. If you have any issue with this, maybe we need to reach out to the DSS, guy to come and clarify what he means or what he meant by that statement. Because to the best of my understanding, that statement is as clear as day. It is not ambiguous. He said it that the people should start defending themselves. And if you are from communities where these attacks have been happening, I think you can actually leverage on what the DSS said to actually start protecting yourself. Because, Mazi, what is the alternative? Is the alternative to simply just leave your ancestral home or go into the IDP camp or lay down and be killed? Is that the alternative? I think that thing that the DSS guy said is actually something that the law of Nigeria should be paying attention to. Leverage on that thing that he said and then do what is necessary and then exploit the boundaries of the law in this country to protect yourself. That is the point I'm making. I'm not saying you should go extra legal, but at least exploit the law to its maximum. Exploit the utterances, exploit what they say and use it to protect yourself, because the other way around, it is going to be death for you. There is no coming back from this.
Grandmaster, sorry. Is there anything that DSS guy said?
Okay, let me say what I want to. Well, let me say what I want to say. Let me say what I want to say. Grant, I understand what you're saying, but what DSS said, DSS guys, if there's news like that, is that there are not many in numbers. That there cannot be in everywhere at the same time. That there are not many in numbers. There are not many in numbers. And if you look at it, the police formation, how many are there? The military, how many are there? The DSS, how many are there? The last I checked, Nigeria is clocking 250 million in numbers. How many are there? Those people to protect 200 million. 200 million. Let's even say 100 million. How many are there? I think this is what they are saying. So when we say that, oh, the villagers should arm themselves, exploit the law and arm themselves and start defending themselves. This is what that brought ESN, for instance. This is what that brought all these killings that we have on the street, even in the urban areas. In Anambra State, in Ebonyi, in Enugu, in Imo, in Abia. So I'm not in support of it. The only thing I'm doing on this space is to raise awareness that government need to do something. If they have not been doing something, they should wake up. They should wake up. People cannot wake up in the morning and go to enter someone's village and ransack it and chase them away and say that, oh, you said that's farmers clash. What is that? What is that? What is that? They should wake up. This is what I'm saying. Government should do the needful. Government should come and help the poor people that's one and all to protect. Is it a big deal? Is it a big deal for you to at least secure the life of people? People that is already dying in hunger. Is it a big deal for you at least? You that have the powers, the military, all the power of the military might for you to do everything. Why can't you dish out those things for the villagers to be secured? Why? Why? Now look at what we are resorting to. Some people are now seeking for self-help. Self-help. There is nowhere in the world that self-help or self-help save their country. There's nowhere. People are now resorting to self-help. So that, oh, the criminals among the villagers as well who took advantage of it and start killing the same people as well. I started thieving. I started using the same thing to thief and commit all manner of mayhem. The thing here is that government should come and help the people. You need to sit up, come and help your people. You are elected this one and all to protect them. No matter who they are, whether they Fulani, Hausa, Yoruba, Igbo, I didn't care, Bibo, everywhere. Secure them. It is your job. Whether communal class or no communal class, I do not care. Come and secure them. Thank you. So,
please, Mazi, just a second, please. I think, just give me 10 seconds because I think you have misconstrued the whole thing. You are literally like contradicting yourself. Let me read for you as verbatim what the DSS said, because what you said here is not what he said. Let me read it for you as they said it. He said, don't expect the army, the police, others to protect all of you. Mobilize to defend yourselves against terrorists, DSS chief tells Nigerians. Please, is that statement ambiguous to you? Does it have double meaning to you? Because you are telling us that, oh, they should not seek self-help. Let us wait for the army. And the people you are telling them to wait for are literally coming out to tell you that do not wait for us. Mobilize yourself and defend yourselves. They are literally telling you that we are incapable of defending you, or we cannot defend the entirety of this country at the same time. Why don't you? And that is why I keep hammering on the communities that are under attack. Because this is an existential crisis. If your community has been under constant attack by these people, you can exploit this thing and use it to defend yourself. They have literally given you the go-ahead to defend yourself. Why are you saying they should just simply wait until... But the people you are saying they should wait for are telling you that they can no longer defend them. I don't know if this is difficult to understand. It is not extrajudicial. It is not it's extra legal, because it is coming from the security outfits themselves. Unless the guy is putting out a statement that is not sanctioned by the executive or by whoever is responsible for whoever is responsible for them, right? So the point I'm making is this: the idea that people should protect themselves is not absurd. It is not provocative. It's a statement that is based on fact, because that is what they're asking you to do. If people, the other option for you as a person is to lay down and be killed. Go into the IDP or leave your ancestral homes and move elsewhere. You understand? Elsewhere in the country. And the point I'm making is this: if you don't want these things to happen to you, why not leverage? I'm not telling you to go and arm non-state actors. If you don't hear me mention the IPOB here, the only time I mention it, I know that people will come up here and call me IPOB after I finish speaking. I did not say that. I'm not telling you to empower people that you do not know, or known people that you don't know where they come from, and give them God's attention to protect you. No, the communities can band together. The communities that have been affected by these killings can actually band together, exploit these things, and then prepare themselves for any onslaught that is going to come to them, and defend themselves, because it is your natural and fundamental right to protect yourself from killers. You can't just lay down and be killed. No. Hi, thank you. Let me go and open the door there. Thank you.
So my people, that is it. I hope you guys had everything they said in this video. It is quite disheartening that we are experiencing this level of insecurity in Nigeria, this level of menace from Fulani herdsmen, and our government is not doing anything. I love what this man said here, that DSS director told us that we need to defend ourselves, because if we continue waiting for Nigeria government, like we all are going to buy. So I feel like I bring this update to you guys. I don't know what you think. I would love you guys to leave your thoughts in the comment section, share the video, give it a like, subscribe if you haven't, and yeah, we'll see you guys in my next update. Goodbye for now.
Welcome to News TV.